Our first time being a little stuck in Baja. In the beginning of 2022, we spent 7 weeks traveling the peninsula of Baja Mexico. After crossing the border with a caravan and traveling with friends for 4 weeks, we headed out on our own for the first time in Baja. We're Rich and Robin.
And this is our midlife van.
Buenos dias. After spending our second night at Playa el Tecolote, we are headed out.
Yep, going back into La Paz to get a couple of supplies.
And heading south.
Then heading south.
After a couple nights camping on the beach outside of La Paz at Playa el Tecolote, we headed further south for a stop in Las Barillas before splitting up with Allie and Gio. While they stayed to explore more Las Barillas and search for surfing, we headed to Cabo Pulmo for some snorkeling and scuba diving at the national park. I think this is it right here. Martin, right here. Immediate right as soon as you're back on the pavement.
Gotcha, we're right behind you.
So Martin's Verdoga RV Park.
Yeah.
In Las Barillas, we stayed at Martin Verdugo's Beach Club. While at the campground, we were able to catch up on our laundry, fill our fresh water, and do a little shopping.
Buenos dias.
We arrived in Las Barillas yesterday afternoon. It was very windy.
Big waves, lots of kite surfers.
And this morning it's nice and calm and beautiful.
Yeah.
Before leaving Las Barillas, we took the van down to the beach. This is where we had lunch in the cute little shop next door where we bought stuff. We left Las Barillas and headed out for the first time alone in Baja. We stopped at a few beaches as we headed south. At one spot, we stayed a little longer than planned when we got a little stuck in the sand.
You were passing by, surrounded by all those butterflies. Suddenly they flew right in my heart. Must have looked like a living piece of art. From the moment I knew that it would be you. Yeah, from that moment I knew.
No left turn. We ran out of left turn signs.
Your name up on my wall, circled in an arrow heart. Somehow your name up on my
La Ribera was the first time we visited a blue flag beach. The iconic Blue Flag is one of the most recognized voluntary awards for beaches and marinas. In order to qualify for the Blue Flag status, a series of stringent environmental, educational, safety, and accessibility criteria must be met. Nice little beach, almost all to ourselves. We enjoyed the Blue Flag beaches we visited in Baja, as they had recycling, restroom facilities, and were cleaned of all dog waste. Got it. And park up here in the hard, maybe? Trying to pull our butt out.
Circled in an arrow heart. Somehow you made me feel whole. I wouldn't have to be.
Just trying to make a U-turn. Before we tried getting out of the sand, we got distracted with some whales offshore. Another whale. The whale stopped splashing. Oh, I saw a spout of a whale way away. Though we didn't see any whales, we did see a group of birds fishing on the water.
That it would be you. Yeah, from that moment I knew it could only be you.
Playa Miramar. Dry camping spot, but not today for us. Our first time being a little stuck in Baja. We have now aired down for our first try to get out. Rich wouldn't call this stuck, he would call it just a little hurdle. There he goes. Got it. Now hopefully he doesn't leave me here. You're not gonna leave me? Little hurdle.
Yep, went out there, got in some sand. It looked like it was going to be pretty deep and tough, but we kind of made the U-turn, but then got in some super soft stuff. So right away I put the tire deflators on, got it down to 30, and then went and did some droning. And then when we came back, I found that all of a sudden I had some really good traction, backed out of the hole, gave it a little running start, went back through. It was kind of like surging back and forth on off because it's traction control, seeing that the wheels are slipping, and then it's letting off on the throttle, back on off. So sometimes that helps you so you don't get so bad, but sometimes you want a little wheel spin to keep going. So there's a ESC, so it's a electric ESC is traction control. You can actually hit that off. It'll turn the light on the dash to say ESC off, and then that will then allow the wheels to spin. So it turns off traction control, and then now you just have to make sure that you're not full throttle.
After we got out of Playa Miramar, we headed into Cabo Pulmo.
I have always been
There's one whale. There's a boat.
never had a place where I belong.
was out there.
As we headed into the small town of Cabo Pulmo, we pulled into a dive shop to see if they had any availability for scuba diving in the park. Our destination for the night in Los Arbolitos, a great beach for snorkeling, hiking, kayaking, and also allows for camping for a small fee. We arrived at our spot for the night just in time for a beautiful sunset over the Sea of Cortez. Join us next time as we scuba dive for the first time in Mexico in Cabo Pulmo National Park.